supposed to be a thick wine, yeah. We're reviewing this Greek wine, Dipnos Red Wine, which comes from the Peloponese region of Greece. Okay. It's a screw cap. It says it should be drunk at 16 degrees. The most famous of red wine grape varieties. You can see that the wine drops, so it's short of the cork.
So it should be drank sooner rather than later. So the other question was about the difference in cork and a screw top.
That the Australians had put a beer cap type topping on sparkling wine. The wine bottle was made famous by Burgundy in France. Short top, fat bottom.
So today's dinner is
a barbecue.
Lamb chops are amazing on the barbecue, aren't they?
All the chops have been done.
Everything cooked. That's the pita bread's done now. Here's the bacon now ready, all puffed up and looking absolutely delicious. Again.
Oh, a bird just dropped that on your plate.
Oh my god, bird just pooped in my plate.
I think you better change your plate. But anyway, let's do the
wine.
Do you think
first.
So? Yes. If it was on your head, it'd be good luck.
I think that's good luck.
Okay.
Just you continue with your wine tasting when a bird's pooed.
I am. So.
Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Andre and welcome to another wine review. We have already reviewed 3 wines. Is that right, Rico? 3 wines. We've already reviewed 3 wines and I will have the videos all linked below. Rico in the background here is my husband who does the wine reviews. I just do the commentary. So let's get started. What wine are we reviewing today, Rico?
We're reviewing this Greek wine, Dipnos Red Wine. It's ARGIORITIKO grape, which comes from the Peloponese region of Greece, which is to the west of Athens. The grape ARGIORITIKO is now grown all over Greece. There's the bottle there.
Okay, that's what the bottle looks like. Okay.
It's a screw cap and it's only 11%. It's from the Wine Society. It wasn't one of the dearest wines. It's a budget, in the budget wine range. But I'm looking forward to having it. It says it should be drunk at 16 degrees. Now, we touched on this a few weeks ago when we first talked about wines, about room temperature being a lot lower. But I read an interesting post during the week which gave room temperatures for certain wines, and Pinot Noir, which is probably the most famous of red wine grape varieties, apparently is at 14 degrees is its prime temperature. So there we go.
So have you had this sitting in the fridge?
Not yet. I didn't want it to get too cold. What I'm going to do is I'm going to light my barbecue. And when I start cooking, I'm going to put it in the fridge. So it should be in the fridge for maybe half an hour. And I think at that time we'll bring it out and we'll be able to taste it and see how it is. So we are barbecuing today. So that's going to be our dinner today, a barbecue. So I will film Rico doing the barbecue. But just before we go through the ingredients of what we're having, which isn't a great deal. Looking at it, but anyway, anyway, just before we go through the ingredients, I had a question with regards to the neck of the bottle and where the wine sits. So I want to touch on the types of bottles, and it was about where the wine sits on the neck of the bottle, and it was Mimi that had asked this. So here we have a variety of different types of bottles, but what I want to touch on before we talk about the different types of bottles is the question on where the wine sits on the neck of the bottle. Well, on these wines we can't quite see, obviously because of the foil coming down in the champagnes, this being a screw cap and this being a screw cap, but sometimes on corked wine you can see that the wine drops, so it's short of the cork. So when you say corked, that's when the wine is off? Well, it might not be off yet. Right. Obviously if it was well down the bottle, you can say it's going, but a lot of the Bordeaux's are like that anyway. When they start aging 10, 15, 20 years, there are wines in cellars that are 80-year-old and they say they're perfect for drinking. Right. So is it true that when you see the wine dropping down the neck that you're supposed to drink it?
I would think so, yeah.
So it should be drank sooner rather than later.
Rather than later.
So that's exactly what Mimi was saying.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so the different types. One more thing, the other question was about the difference in cork and a screw top, and this was asked by Chrissy. Is there a difference? Is the wine any better? Because I remember when we were in the restaurant, somebody returned a wine because it was quite an expensive wine, and because it had a screw top, they returned the wine.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so is there a difference between a screw top and a cork? Is the wine any better if it's a cork?
Well, firstly I would say champagne.
Right.
You don't see any champagne with a screw top. All champagnes have a cork, a champagne cork. The cork that's wide, so you pop a cork for champagne. Champagnes are always cork. There are some sparkling wines that at one time, some sparkling wines have the sort of cork, but it's a plastic cork.
Right, okay, there's the different types of corks as well, yeah.
Yes, but they're all corked. But I'm sure I read at one point, I've never seen them, but I'm sure I read at one point that the Australians had put a beer cap type topping on sparkling wine.
Right, okay.
So, but don't quote me on that, but I'm sure I did read it.
Right, okay.
Now, going back to cork or screw cap, all the fine Bordeaux's are corks.
Okay.
All the fine Bordeaux's are corks.
Is that just because they've refused to move with the times?
No, no. I think when a wine is made for aging and storing, like Amarone, good Amarones from Italy, wonderful wine. You can get we've got one there somewhere. It's 20 years old, it's a cork.
Okay.
And when you lay a wine down, it's far better.
I think I'm dubious about that. I think there's a bit of snobbery to do with corks and screw tops. I think, this is my belief, this comes just through my belief, not through knowing anything about corks or screw tops I believe it's a snobbery thing that they've refused to move with the times. I don't think a cork is any better than a screw top. That's my belief.
Okay. Everybody has their opinion. But let's have a wee look at the different types of bottles we have here. We've got this is a Viognier, and it's bottled in a Burgundy style bottle. The wine bottle was made famous by Burgundy in France. Sort of short top, fat bottom, and a wee insert at the bottom. I can't remember what that's called, but it does have a name.
So yeah, but I'm with the belief that like a champagne, right, has that bit at the bottom. Can you just show that? And I'm moving.
Yeah, it's deep here.
Right, it's deep here. Right, now when you served champagne in the restaurant, you always use that bottom.
I always use that to pour.
And a lot of people use that to pour. But in fact, it's not there for that reason. It's to do with, to stop the cork from
popping.
Yeah, to stop the bottle from exploding.
Well,
it was designed in that way.
It gives the bottle more strength.
Right, and I've moved you on too quickly now, but just...
It gives the bottle more strength.
Right.
But I would say it is nice to pour champagne like that.
Okay.
Okay.
See, I found it very difficult to pour champagne like that. I felt it was too heavy.
I'm professional.
Of course, yeah.
We normally taller bottles, quite like this one that's just thin, were for sweet wine, but no longer. Many wines are marketed in tall, thin bottles like this one. This is actually a Greek wine, which we'll be tasting in a couple of weeks. And then we get the other champagnes are in these dumpy bottles. Your favourite?
This is my favourite champagne.
Yep. Laurent Perrier.
Rosé.
Rosé. So.
But they're not all in that dumpy type of bottle, but what they do have, they have that kind of long neck.
The other bottles you get are the Bordeaux, which this isn't a Bordeaux style bottle. It's not as tall as this one, but it's in a Bordeaux style bottle, this sort of long, sort of thinner bottle.
So that's just a quick overview of the different types of bottles and the shapes of the bottles. Let's have a look at what we're going to eat
and
today.
We're going to be barbecuing. We've got these are Scottish lamb chops, which haven't been marinating for maybe about 3 hours.
But you can marinate them overnight.
You can marinate them overnight. All that's in this marinade, is a little bit of Dijon mustard, some fresh oregano and thyme, and that's it. And just a hint of, I didn't want to put oil in it because the lamb chops have got fat on them, and when you put them in the barbecue, you don't want the flames to come up from the barbecue. You want them to cook with the heat of the coal. We're also going to have some corn, some fresh asparagus there.
Which you're going to put in the microwave for a couple of minutes.
I'm going to put the corns in the microwave just to soften them slightly, and then put them in the barbecue at the last minute just to crisp up and get the flavour of the barbecue.
Okay.
And on the corn I'll put some butter, but on the asparagus and the mushrooms I'm going to put some olive oil. There's been no salt put in these yet either.
Why not?
But, well, when I marinate them I don't want to put the salt, 'cause the salt I think
Draws out the moisture.
Yes, I'll put salt on them just before I cook them, or once they're on the barbecue. And we're going to have some mushrooms as well. On the barbecue, just a wee bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, nothing else.
So there's nothing on them just now. So you're just going to season them once they're on the barbecue.
Just before I put them on.
And
okay.
this is one of my favourites.
Some pita breads, and I've opened them up into pockets and put halloumi in them, and they'll go in the barbecue last minute.
So that's it. Basically, it's just pita bread which you've sliced, you've filled with halloumi,
yep.
and you're just going to barbecue them on the barbecue,
yep.
and the halloumi then softens, oozes in the pita bread, and they are absolutely yep. amazing. So just a mixed salad: cucumber, yep. onion, tomato, lettuce, celery,
peppers,
and then we're going to just dress it the usual way of olive oil, salt, pepper, oregano.
Yep.
You can add feta, but we've got halloumi and things here, so that's it.
So this is my Mediterranean barbecue. Sometimes we've got a fugu, which is a separate barbecue, but today we're going to use the Mediterranean barbecue. And I've just put a layer of lumpenwood charcoal. I've put a few firelighters in amongst it all the way around and drizzled it with a bit of fire lighting fuel, and now we're going to light it. So when we light it, it'll look as if it's gone out at a certain point, but a little bit of fanning, which I'll show you later on, just brings it back. And what we want is the coals to be grey and glowing. That's when we start to cook without flames.
So that's the barbecue lit. We're just going to let the coals do their thing. I just like to add here, if you're looking at me and I'm looking a little strange because of my eye, I put ear solution in my eye this morning, so I'm struggling big time. So as soon as I finish filming, I'm going to go and take my contacts out and get my glasses on. So the flames died down now.
Got some primitive tools here. This is my stoker for mixing the coals. And this is my fan.
So did the flames just die down, or were you just...
Yeah, but it's still hot.
Right.
I feel that they're very hot.
So this is how the coal is supposed to look when you're barbecuing?
You want it like that.
Glowing?
Like this one here, all white and the glow.
And the glow.
But this black's no use, so... If you can imagine an old coal fire...
I can feel the heat coming off it, yeah.
An old coal fire, they used to have the blower to stoke it. But this is quite old. A lot of the newer ones have holes underneath to allow the wind in. Although there's no wind today. But anyway, it would just give it a wee fan, like so. You can see it all starting to glow. And the flames come up. Okay?
Do you want the flames to come up?
Yeah, I want the flames just now to burn the coals.
To burn the coals?
Yeah. Okay, just going to give it one more fan just to give it a wee bit more.
So the coals are mostly all grey looking now?
They won't get much greyer than that. Some of them might be a wee bit, something like that one in that corner over there's a dud, see it?
How long do you reckon that's, how long have you had them going now? That's the flames back up now?
30 minutes.
Really? As long as that?
No, 20, maybe. I'll just take the grill.
So you're just going to heat up your grill?
I like to turn it that way around first, the side I'm not cooking on, just to get it a wee bit hotter on that side, so the heat's direct.
So you're going to be cooking on the other side?
Yep.
Okay. Just heating the grill through.
As I said, I'm just going to stick these in the microwave, just the way they are, just for 3 minutes, just to soften them up a wee bit before we actually put them on the coals.
Just adding some olive oil on the mushrooms now.
Asparagus.
Still no salt or pepper or anything?
No. I'll put a wee bit of salt and pepper in and a wee bit of pepper. That's them ready for cooking. Okay, we have our
salt now on the lamb chops.
Yep.
Lamb chops are amazing on the barbecue, aren't they?
Oh, lovely.
So that's the wine going in the fridge.
Put it in here. The coals are grey. There's the odd one that didn't light, so.
And you can see that they're glowing.
Probably duds. So we shall start cooking. These are all Scottish. These lamb chops have been on about, I would say about 4 or 5 minutes so far. And what we don't want is flames. This is the lowest setting of the barbecue. What I want to do is seal the meat and then turn it over.
Right, so how do you get rid of the flames?
Well, I'm going to turn this meat.
And will that take the flames away?
That should take the flames away, but the flames are not high yet. The importance in barbecuing is to cook with heat. Once I've sealed the meat, I'm going to raise it up to the higher level, so there's just the smoke that cooks the meat. Okay?
Right, okay. And the heat.
And the heat, yeah, that's it.
Oh my god, that smells amazing.
I'll just turn these ones over. And if I'm not mistaken, in a few seconds the flame should disappear.
There you go.
There you go.
So it's the fat that creates the flame?
Yes, because the flat's rendering down there, they've started now on this side as well. Okay, if it continues, then you maybe should draw your meat to the side to let the flame die down. You don't want to burn the food before it cooks.
Okay.
All the chops have been turned, they're cooking away, but what I want to do now is add the mushrooms just round the edge here, because they're quite big, as you can see, and that will let them slowly start to cook. And they've drawn in all the olive oil now, and that will start dripping out as if it was fat from the meat. Okay, that leaves the asparagus, which you can take back in.
Well, thanks. Just seasoning the corns on the cob. One of my favourite things.
Mushrooms are looking good. Cutlets are looking good.
It smells amazing. I keep saying that, but it smells amazing. Look how much they've shrunk down. Are they're still not really soft, are they?
No.
But they cook slightly in the microwave. So you put butter on them as well.
Yeah.
The flame's coming up.
Doesn't matter with the corn.
That's everything cooked. Flame's still going drunk. What's that mesh thing you've got at the bottom?
I'm going to put the asparagus on there. I'm just letting it heat up.
Okay.
So cook quick, nice and quick. Just only take a few minutes. Oops.
So the corns are now under the grill with the asparagus just there. Pita breads are now on, so the halloumi is now melting into the pita bread with the aroma of the barbecue. Oh my goodness. That's the pita bread's done now. Here's the bita now ready, all puffed up and looking absolutely delicious.
We're ready to eat. We have this Dipnos ARGIORITIKO, as I said, screw cap, 11% alcohol by volume, and we're now going to taste.
Quite light this one, isn't it?
It's supposed to be a light wine, yeah.
Always pours me less.
Not at all.
Well, your glass is bigger.
Right. Okay. Certainly a light colour. See that? It smells of raspberry.
Again.
Oh, a bird just dropped that on your plate.
God, bird just pooped in my plate.
I think you better change your plate. But anyway, let's do the
Do you
wine
think
first.
so?
Yes. If it was on your head, it'd be good luck.
I think that's good luck.
Okay.
Just you continue with your wine tasting when a bird's pooed.
I am. So now, raspberry.
I can't believe this. Right.
It's light. It has flavour. It's dry.
You don't look overly
I think it is what it is. It's a light,
cheap red wine.
dry. No.
No.
We don't do cheap wines. Some wines are inexpensive, or some wines are more expensive than others, but cheap is a nasty word. Anyway, I think it's fine with this food, fine on a summer's day like today, but we've had a glorious day here in Scotland. And would I buy it again? I don't know yet, or I don't think so. We'll leave it at that.
So you're not impressed?
Not really, no.
Okay. Right, let me taste. Okay. So here I am with a salt eye and a put in my plate. Let me taste. I actually quite like it.
Okay.
I like the simplicity of it. Do I smell raspberries?
Yes.
No.
No.
But it's a simple wine for a summer's day.
Yeah. Would you not be just as happy with a nice rosé? A real chilled rosé?
Because I actually don't like rosés because I find rosés too sweet. So if I'm going to drink a rosé, I'll have a Coca-Cola.
No, but you can get a nice dry rosé,
Well, actually,
yeah, there's a lot of good dry rosés out there.
okay. One of my favourites is a Greek rosé, Rosé Budari.
Okay.
That I
Well,
enjoy. That's a drier.
It's medium dry.
Yeah.
It's normally
So I enjoy that one.
Demi-sec, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy that one. But overall, I'm not a fan of rosés.
Okay.
But this is really light, simple. It's a
Good.
simple wine.
Can we eat now?
Let's see. Using your fingers, Rico.
And why not?
Is it good?
Lovely.
Okay, I'm going to start off with some salad.
Dynamite.
I'm going to have a mushroom because I love mushrooms. A nice thin chop, lamb chop. A corn on the cob. Amazing. Some asparagus. And then I'm going to add some olives and some hummus. Can I get a pita bread? And some nice pita bread with some oozy halloumi. Oh my goodness. Barbecued halloumi in pita bread is amazing.
Fresh wine, fresh dining. Cheers.
Amazing.